What's going on, Libra? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. So for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, shares, and donations. Your support really does mean a lot to me, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy you hired yourself as Brancher here. You are in for an amazing journey. Now, the theme of this week's monthly spread is going to be love. And whether you're in a relationship or looking for one, this is for you, Libra. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Gems. Feeling lovely, just good vibrations all around here. Now with this spread, I'm going to be pulling 9 cards, and I'll be doing clarifications as need be, so don't you worry, Libra. And in case y'all were curious, I'm using the Light Seers Tarot deck, and I have a link for this deck and other decks that I like using down in the description box below, so if you're interested, definitely check that out, Libra. But let's go ahead and get into your first card here, my personal favorite part, which is what they're like. So, higher self, what's this person like coming in for Libra? Let's see, I hope you're as excited as I am, Libra. Let's see what's coming in for you. Oh, okay. Interesting. You got the High Priestess in reverse here. I got some question marks on that too, Libra. And you know, maybe this person's got some question marks too. Because I feel like with the High Priestess coming in reverse, you know, maybe this is someone who's, I don't want to say they're materialistic per se, but I feel like, you know, maybe they're not, they may be more kind of about the more kind of like finer things in life. You know, they may not be one who might be attached to like spirituality per se, or, you know, this is, I don't, because it's not that I feel like they're disconnected, Libra. You know, this is a, let's get a clarifier on that, Libra. Because that's, higher self. Help us make some sense of this thing here. Oh, look at this, Libra. Now we can't shuffle, Libra. let's keep eyes on this person here. We're not dismissing them, but interesting energy here. Higher self, can we clarify the High Priestess, this reversed High Priestess here? What's going on with that? That's got me all disheveled here. Okay, well, wow, Libra, you got the King of Pentacles up right here. So this person might be exactly what I said. This person, which, Libra, I don't feel like that's a bad thing per se. You know, as long as I feel like we're not, you know, we're not getting into like this like greedy kind of realm. You know how to trust your judgment on. Trust your High Priestess. If this person isn't, trust your High Priestess instincts here, Libra. But I feel like this is someone who just might be a little more, thank you, higher self, be more about just their stability, you know, and having their finances secure, you know. They may be the type that's going to want to like wine and dine you, you know, take you out to fancy dinners, you know, or, you know, get you nice things, you know, that might be how they show their love per se. So you know, take, you know, this neither here nor there about that, Libra. You know, just take this. If we'll let's get some let's go on this journey a little bit more here. You know, that was and you know too, this person may who knows, Libra, they may catch you off guard, just like how I got caught off guard here, Libra. They may catch you off guard, and I feel like possibly in a good way. So just kind of, let's just trust that High Priestess. Let's get to your next card here, which is going to be how you'll meet. So, higher self, how is it that Libra will meet this, this figure here? Let's see. Oh, you know what, Libra? I forgot. If we're in a relationship, Well, hopefully, if we're in a relationship, hopefully this thing has been going well. Maybe this person, maybe in Libra, it's not that I would say that you're not a good saver, but maybe this person has kind of helped maybe kind of get your finances in order, if that's something we've been kind of been struggling with. And you know what, too? Maybe how they helped you with on the monetary kind of physical realm here, maybe you're helping them get in touch with like their higher self, their spirituality, getting connected with that kind of stuff here. So this could potentially be a really awesome mix here, but let's get back to what how you will meet. Nice. You got the Page of Wands here, and I feel like it's going to be one of those things, Libra. How you're going to meet is I feel like when you're really kind of feeling ready to welcome in love, which is kind of like duh, but it is Libra. If we're in this place of if we're wishing for love, but we're just kind of sitting around in our apartment, maybe not, maybe we're swiping right, but, we're not, following through on that kind of thing, or, maybe we're thinking about dating, but then it's like, oh, I got to deal with work stuff. I got to deal with X, there's always something in the way of doing this thing, Libra. Then it's not the time. But, when you're ready to meet this, this figure, it's going to be whenever you're just ready to take that leap, Libra, when you're ready to just kind of like, I feel like it'll be one of those things, just like higher self, just like, let's do it. You're going to toss your baton up in the air here and just kind of see see what's coming for you, Libra. But you got to take that initiative to kind of get out there. It's, and I don't know if I mentioned, this isn't a gender-specific reading, so we're just reading energies here. But Prince Charming, Princess Charming is not just going to fall out of the sky. It's going to be something that we are going to have to go. We got to go find them. We got to take that initiative. But if you're putting out that beacon, that resonance, it's gonna bounce back. It's gonna pull you two together here. So let's keep that moving. This is an interesting journey here, Libra. I'm with it. Let's get your third card, which is going to be your first impression of them. Which we'll dismiss this one. We peaked. So let's see how they actually come and deliver. Let's see what your first impression might be here. So higher self, what is it? What's Libra's first impression of this person? Let's see. Let's see how they got you feeling, Libra. Interesting. I like that. You got the Seven of Wands in reverse here. And I feel like this is someone that, maybe they're, and I feel like, if they're coming in big money grip here, maybe they're not the type who is really kind of, they may be really confident in themselves, they're not concerned about what other people are thinking, and that could be a good thing or a bad thing, but I feel like ultimately, this is a good thing, Libra, someone who's confident in themselves and secure in who they are. That's, I feel like, is that to me very stable, very King of Pentacles type of behavior, because I like that. I feel like that's and you'll see too, Libra, once you get to this thing here. But I also feel like with this, if they're that type of person, if they're very King of Pentacles in the sense of like, they kind of like the finer things and whatnot, maybe when you go, if we decide to continue with this thing, and you go to like introduce them to friends and think about family, and whatnot, I will say with this energy, if this is something that you're invested in, don't worry about what other people are thinking in this thing here. This is your first impression here, and it's not to say, if they're coming across, let's say, like if you go to like introduce the family or something like that, and, if they're coming across like a jerk, then you know what to do, Libra. We're not. I hope this is making sense. I feel like I might be digging myself in a hole here, Libra, but I feel like with your first impression, let me get back on topic. With your first impression here with this King of Pentacles, I feel like this is someone who is very just kind of rooted in themselves, very grounded, just kind of, I feel like just like might know what they want in the world and just not really concerned about other people. So, if that's your jam, all right, then we're on the right track here. I feel like ultimately I feel like this person's pretty solid. But let's go down the line here. Let's get to your fourth card here, which is going to be how they will affect you. So higher self, how will this person affect Libra at this time? Let's see how they'll affect you here. Interesting. You got the Three of Cups in reverse here, Libra. And so I feel like with this kind of popping up, you know, maybe this will get you in a place, you know, because I don't know if we're thinking about if we wanted to have like a family per se, you know, however that looks, you know, maybe this will get you thinking about, hopefully you can't hear that, Libra. There's a small siren here. We're not going to take that as a red flag, but I feel like with, you know, how this person may affect you, I feel like maybe they're going to get you thinking about like kind of like your future with like, do we want kids? You know, do we want to expand on this family? You know, however that looks, you know, but you know, it might be something, I feel like that may be a conversation, and of course, you know, it would eventually need to be had, but I feel like if this is something, if family is something that's important to you, Libra, you know, I feel like it may be something that we may want to make clear out the get-go, you know, just to kind of see, you know, I don't feel like it has to be a deal breaker per se, but, you know, just make your intentions known, you know, but let's get a little bit more on that. I feel like there might be a little bit more on that, Libra. Higher self, can we clarify the Three of Cups, please? You know, I'm just thinking that with just like how, you know, maybe how pragmatic this person might be, you know, however steeped they are in this King of Pentacles here, you know, maybe maybe family might not be on their, be first thing on their list right now. But let's get a little bit more on that, Libra. Interesting. You got wifey here, you got the Queen of Pentacles. And so I feel like maybe as of right now, you know, I feel like how this person may get you feeling is that, you know, I don't feel like, again, that family is going to be put off the table, but I feel like right now you might be focusing, it may be one of those kind of like a power couple type of things, you know, how you two can grow together, you know, how we can get how we're establishing our legacy, you know, how our journeys kind of intermingle in a sense, you know, and how we can go about doing this thing. You know, I feel like that's going to be, I feel like that'll be like the main priority. And again, Libra, I don't feel like it's going to be that family's off the tables. It's just that if family is like your main priority right now, Libra, then that might be something, again, that you might need to get out of the way, because I feel like this King of Pentacles, not that they're just in it for the money, but I feel like they want to have like a solid base before you establish your family, that type of things. But I hope that makes sense. Let's get to your fifth card here, which is going to be what kind of relationship this will be. So, higher self, what kind of relationship will this relationship be? Let's see how this is looking here. Nice. I like that, Libra. You got the Queen of Cups here. Look at all this regal energy going on here. And you know, I feel like this is going to be one that, hopefully this is something it's going to provide you some kind of peace here. You know, that's going to provide that that spiritual balance. I feel like there's going to be a lot of opportunities for some good real growth here, you know, together. You know, I feel like there's going to be just a real good understanding of how you feel about each other, you know. I feel like especially too, if we just get an idea of like where we're at with this, like that Three of Cups, Pentacles vibes there. I feel like this could definitely be a very kind of Queen of Cups energy here, because it's it's nice because, you know, I really was thinking about, I'm getting that with, because the Queen of Cups, this is Cancerian energy here. And I feel like the moon is Cancer's ruler here. And what I'm getting with this is like, I feel like, you know, I feel like it's going to be like opposites here, you know, that are kind of like, that are attracting but are working really well together, if that makes sense, Libra. You know, it's like we're like flip-flopping here, you know, it's like, okay, we got you here and we got you, you know, then we're doing you, and then, you know, there are going to be times where things kind of lining up together here. I hope that's making sense, Libra. I feel like this is going to be one that's just going to bring just some kind of like emotional ease, you know, that's going to be just really, because I mean, look at her. This is, it's like, how do I describe it? That's what Queen of Cups is looking like, you know, just that really just sort of like, yes, okay, this is good, good, fine, I got a winner. Like that type of feeling, Libra. And I feel like they're feeling the same way about you too. So I dig that. And you know what? I feel like we're definitely going to need this Queen of Cups strength here, because we got to get to our next card here, which is going to be some obstacles. Because with any good thing, there are going to be there are going to be some road bumps along the way here. So higher self, what are some obstacles that Libra might be facing at this time? Let's see. Let's see what's going on with that. Interesting. You got the Three of Pentacles in reverse here. And so I feel like with this, maybe some obstacles. I feel like maybe it's going to be at first is going to be establishing that boundary, or establishing that relationship here. Maybe, and this is just because I brought up that spiritual material example. Maybe it's going to be, we're having a hard time kind of finding our chemistry at first, maybe because you may be so, you're coming at it from one extreme, they're coming at it from another. And then when you try to blend those things, opposites can attract very well, but it is going to take some work, to integrate those things. It's very, very kind of like temperance energy. You're mixing that water and that fire, and this third thing is happening here. So I feel like that's going to be really, that's like, I feel like a natural thing with just like any relationship, Libra. But it's going to be one of those things, I feel like, especially with this, tap into that Queen of Cups energy. You've been, if we've been in this thing for a little while, I'm sure this conversation has come up before. How do we navigate this through in the past? We've clearly, since we've gotten this far, and if it's something new, it's going to be about learning each other, and then kind of like, I don't want to say like trial and error, but kind of, you're going to see, maybe like a line might be crossed, and it's just like, hey, I didn't appreciate this thing. We discuss it, we fix it, we move on. So, I feel like the harmony's coming, Libra, but it's just going to take some work to kind of integrate this thing, to get a rhythm here. But I feel like it's going to be something that's going to be really good, really, it's going to be worth the effort, Libra, because again, you got King and Queen of Pentacles here. So, whenever, you got divine counterparts like that, that gives me a good sign here. So let's get to your seventh card here, which is going to be the outcome. So we've gone through this whole thing. We've laughed, we've cried, we've hugged it out. Now let's see what the outcome's kind of looking like here, or what are some possible ways this thing can go here. Interesting. You got the Eight of Pentacles, or excuse me, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse here. And I feel like with this, maybe, one thing I'm getting with this, is that maybe this person, because I feel like with this, that King of Pentacles energy, maybe this person is kind of coming in, maybe they're a little stubborn in their ways, maybe a little, and not that they're not willing to work with you, Libra, but I feel like it's that they may have a certain way of doing things. And I feel like, maybe the outcome is going to be that we're going to break that habit here, because the Ace of Pentacles, is a card of wealth, is a card of, the aces are just like big opportunities in general. But I'm really feeling with this Ace of Pentacles here, the outcome is going to be, I feel like it's just not going to be, if it started out, kind of like getting that stability, kind of more money focused to begin with, I feel like it's going to become less of that as things go on here, But let's get a little bit more on that Ace of Pentacles. Higher self, can we clarify the Ace of Pentacles, please? Let's get a little bit more on that, Libra, before I continue. But that's where I kind of feel like that's going, whatever the initial focus is things are kind of changing here. Yeah, nice. Yeah, you got the Hanged Man here. And so, the Hanged Man is about new perspectives, if because I feel like eventually, if we get into, as we go along a relationship, if something is not working, there's going to be some clear dissonance along the way, and then eventually, what what makes or breaks it is that, are we going to adjust some things and, you know, maybe try something new here? You know, whatever's been working has served its purpose. You know, are we going to shift things up a little bit, or are we going to stagnate? And then, you know, then weirdness starts happening here. So I feel like, you know, the outcome is going to be, you know, there's going to be some, and it could be on either end, but I feel like it's more so going to be just with the pentacle popping up here. I feel like it's going to be that shift of, it's going to be less about the money and more about kind of like the family aspect. So let's get to your eighth card here, which is, now we've gone through all this stuff here. Let's see how this is ultimately affecting you, Libra. So higher self, how is this ultimately affecting Libra? Let's see how this will, how this whole thing has got you feeling at the end of the stuff here, Libra. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, wow. I laughed because he's the one that fell out, and then I shuffled again, and then here he is. So, and I was just going to say, if he's meant to come out, I should have said it. If he's meant to come out, he'll come out, and he came out. So eventually, how you're going to feel about this thing, Libra, and I don't even need to clarify him, is King of Swords. Because with this King of Swords here, look at you, regal. I feel like how this is going to ultimately affect you is that you're going to get really just some clarity in all of this thing, and how you operate in a relationship, how you operate with, or how other people operate with you. You know, I just feel like there's going to be a lot of understanding that's coming from this situation here. You know, whether, you know, and not to say that it's not going to work, Libra, but whether it works or whether it doesn't, you know, I feel like it's going to be one of those things. I mean, and that's with every relationship, but I feel like, kind of pay attention with this thing, Libra. I feel like there are nuggets of wisdom just kind of just popping up for both of you in this situation here. It's yeah, I honestly, I like that. And, you know, I feel like it's going to be two, you know, because this is King of Swords is Gemini's card here. And I feel like one thing to do, or how this will ultimately affect you, you know, to get that clarity and stuff, is communicating, because that's what Gemini energy is about. It's about that communication. And, you know, I feel like it's, this is, because Libra, this honestly, ultimately is really dope here. You know, you got Queen of Pentacles, we're resourceful, we're stable in that resourcefulness, we're abundance, we're topping on that with King of Pentacles here, we're emotionally stable with our Queen of Cups here. There is wisdom just littered all over here. So, you know what, while I'm talking about what you're learning here, let's get to your last card, which is going to be what you will learn from this thing. You know, what are some lessons? But yeah, ultimately, I don't know if I actually finished with this King of Swords. I feel like ultimately how this is going to affect you is that you're going to get really just some enlightenment of how you operate in relationships here. But let's get to your last card, which is going to be what you learned in all this thing here. Because I'll tell you what, Libra, I learned quite a bit from this situation too. This has been, this is cool. So higher self, what is it that Libra will learn from this situation here? I said I'm just yakking on. Nice. You got the Four of Pentacles here. And so I feel like with this wrapping up, you know, it's going to be one of those things that we're just going to, let's switch back here. Because I feel like when it comes to relationships, it's not necessarily like a, I feel like you're going to get that groove in the sense of like that give and take, you know, that reciprocity. You know, I feel like that's going to be what you will learn from this thing, you know, because again, you know, even how we started this thing, you know, that's just like a soft example here, you know, apply it to your situation as it comes up. You know, if we're dealing with two opposites here, you know, we're going to have to learn how to, you know, if this is going to work, you know, you choose this person, we're going to have to learn how to integrate, you know, and have these energies work well together here. And so I feel like that's what's going on with this Four of Pentacles in reverse here. You know, we're not just staying stuck in our ways here. You know, we're being at least receptive to the idea of different, maybe operating in some ways here. Because Libra too, there's growth for both of you. But if they're not going to get any growth from this thing, at least you can get some growth for this thing if it doesn't work out in the end. So, but I like where this is going, Libra. So I'm going to leave it there. Whew. All right, that was a journey there. Yeah, court cards all over the place here, Libra. So this is maybe you might even be some options for you, Libra. So keep that in mind. If you like that thing as much as I did, let's give it a good old thumbs up. Share this thing if you know someone who might be going through this situation. Yeah, share that with them. Subscribe, hit that bell button. You'll get notified when I release videos each week. I'm all up on Facebook. And then lastly, if you have any cancer in your chart, or maybe because you could be dealing with the cancer here, check your, wait, what was I going to say? Check your moon, for you, Libra. Check your moon, rising, all that stuff. Check your chart. If you got cancer, come on over to the Chariot and Friends. I'm throwing word salad at you. I do videos Monday through Friday. We discuss High Priestess shenanigans. That's the moon. And all that housekeeping down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise card here so I can get you out of there. And go get it, Libra. Nice. You got the death card here, Libra. And with this is really cool, because this is kind of where I was. This is what I see in this thing, you know, depending however this goes, Libra. I feel like there's a potential for a rebirth for you here, for a transformation, for some good growth could come from this thing, you know. Yeah, just kind of open to that energy, Libra, and just see how you work through this situation here. And I've been forgetting. So to do last close things here, I think I wrapped up on the death card here. Yeah, there's a chance for transformation here, Libra, and rebirth and all of that. That's where I'll leave that death card here. But I was gonna say, if I had to put an energy for this person here that might be coming your way, I'm getting good Cancer vibes. Virgo, Scorpio, did I say Capricorn? Because Capricorn, what's the, yeah, if I had to pick two, it would probably be Capricorn or Cancer. Those are kind of the strongest ones coming through. You know, take that as it resonates, Libra. So I'll go ahead and leave that there. Yeah, we're good. Stay safe out there. I'm getting it together. Keep raising that vibration towards the end of the video, right? And I will catch you on the next one later.